So that's the dashboard, pretty much like the building blocks.
Okay.
Right on the left hand side you see some of the sites. So sites basically represent the logical partition of the repository. So you have one single Alfresco, but you have the partition of the Alfresco within the Alfresco. You have the logical partition. You can have a loan, maybe credit department. You can have your loan department. You can have your corporate banking. You can have your consumer banking. So if you go to one of these sites, you can only see the document library of that particular division. Then you have the dashlet, which shows all the activities. So these are basically the logs that you can see in a readable format. On the left bottom, you see the tasks, which is basically a component to display your workflow tasks, active or completed. So you can see pretty much on your same dashboard, you can see all your workflow notification, workflow tasks, the documents that you may be working or you might have favorited. And this dashboard is pretty much customizable by the end user. So I go to the settings, I can change the layout, I can have it 3 or 4 ways. I can add some additional dashlets that I might require. So I want to show my profile in there. Right, so you can change the look and you can personalize this particular dashboard. Right, let me go to one of the site. So let's go to PDSP, which is basically a drilling division of one of the petroleum company that we gave the demo. Show the users, show all the activities of this particular site. I go to the document library and you have the folder structure. On the top, it shows you the documents that you are editing at the moment, or other people have checked out, or the documents which are recently modified, or the documents which are recently edited, or even your favorite files. So you have the folder structure, right? Let me just upload one of the documents in there. So you have 2 ways to upload the documents. You can create folder if you want. You can create a document directly if you want. You can create a folder from the template, or you can also create a document from the template. So you can set up the template to standardize your document creation. Shows you the very much friendly breadcrumbs, so you know where you are, which file you're uploading. You can upload file, conventional method, you can select a file and maybe an invoice. So it gives you a metadata form which is dynamically generated, shows you the document types, and based on various document types, the metadata form basically changes automatically. So now we see metadata only related to this particular business unit. Let me enter some of it. The evaluation date. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that's the conventional method of uploading the file, or you can also do a drag and drop. So the users are gonna like it. Let me just take a couple of files. I don't know where the files are. Let me just upload this one. So I can pretty much drag and drop, and the same form basically shows up. So if you can also drag and drop multiple files, and it will actually show you the wizard. So if I just create 2 files, drag and drop, what I see is the next option. So I can classify this file as agenda, give it a date. So this file is classified. Go to next. I can just classify this file as something else. So that's pretty much the behavior which Alfresco provides you. So we are now in this particular site. If I have access to a different site, the folder structure for this particular site is going to be totally different. So now we are in PPTV group. So that's the logical partition. The folder structure is pretty much different. Talking about HR, you're talking about IT, right? Let me just try uploading another file. I think we have applied. So you see a different metadata structure, different file types altogether. So now we show
It is
on
still not drag and drop, right?
yeah, pretty much. So
Prasad, what I mean is, does it support drag and drop now? Like, can I just
certainly,
drag a file? Does it support drag and drop? Can I just drag a file into the folder icon?
yeah.
Or not yet?
So
Okay.
pretty much drag and drop.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Good.
So now we also see that just now we uploaded this one, the lms.pdf, the video file. So we also see a preview. And if I like this file or this is something I'm interested in, I can always do a favorite of this file. So I can be anywhere in the library. I don't have to be specifically in there. And I can see that these are the files which are useful to me, or this is something I'm interested to keep a track on. And you get an email alert about all these files, right? Some of the options, let's go to the file. So I was talking about the HTML5 previewer, right? So this is the HTML5 previewer we are talking about, which is generating the preview of the file within the browser. You don't have to have a video install, or you don't have to have any client application install on your PC to look at it. We are talking about version 1.1, details of when it was created. I want to do a full screen, pretty much I can see it in a read format. Go back, I can download a file, or I can as well search within the file. So if I have a messy file, I can search of what I'm looking for in this particular file if it's a multi-page file, right? Document library options, check in, check out,
Okay.
edit online, offline, upload a new version, start workflows, and see the properties of this file we just now entered, the permissions of who has got what permissions, the workflows if this file is a part of, and the version history, very much. So let me just do a edit offline. So the system basically shows you that this document is locked by you for offline editing. I go back to the folder and I can see the edit icon and shows the option that this is locked for editing, right? I can always upload a new version as a minor or major one, make a comment, and that's it. So now we go back to the audit trail. We can see the version 1.1, we can see the version 1.0, 1.1. The latest one is default, will be shown as 1.1. The older documents you can always download if you want, or you can match, right? You can see all the properties, the social media kind of features. People can review it in a part of workflow, make comments, so others can see all the features, all the details of this particular file. I can run a workflow if I want someone to review or approve. I have various options. The workflow can as well be customized. I'm using one of the default option. Review or approve one or more reviewer. The message, please review and approve by tomorrow. Priority, select reviewers. So I have user 1 and 2. I can add more files if I want, and the moment I start workflow there will be an email notification. You can configure your SMTP server, right? I go back to user 1, and the user 1 gets a notification in his task desk late today, please review and approve. I go to my workflow, and it says sent by. I can approve, reject, I can add my comments, or I can as well reassign to someone else. That's it. So it goes out of my task list. I can see that in my all the tasks pending today, tomorrow, by priority, assigned to me or not assigned to me. Let me go to user 03. Oh, sorry. And the user 3 gets this task which we just reassigned. You can say completed, approved, and that's all. I log in as an administrator. I want to see what's happening to my workflow. Go to my task list. This particular document which we ran through a workflow, right? Not a part of any workflow. So which one did we just now created? This particular document. Yeah, this document is a part of following workflow. I can see the entire history of this particular workflow.
Prasad, this is the full version of activity inside Alfresco, right? This is not, I mean, unlike in Alfresco 3, where only a subset of JBPM workflow was added into it, meaning it was just, I guess it was just maker checker type of flow. This one, it's the full activity workflow engine.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Correct. The Alfresco 5 actually includes the full functionality of activity BPM, which is the BPM in 2.0 compliant. So there is a process modeler, there is a process designer, and there is a process engine. So it's not just a sequence.
As well as form builder.
Sorry?
As the form builder.
Say that again?
The forms builder. The forms builder, where you can design your own form.
So
okay.
the modeler, the activity modeler and the activity designer actually includes the form builder and the process builder.
Great.
Yeah. So you can design your form just pretty much drag and drop. In the same way, the workflow. So this is basically the workflow details. So you can see started by whom, entire audit, which are the people which have approved, which are the people who are still pending. You can see the process diagram as well on who is it going to, who has approved it, who is still holding it. So all these kind of things you can basically do your audit on your processes, right?
Understood. Yes.
Finally, let me just also show you the search. So that's the search as you type I was talking about. So the moment you start typing something, the system will show you the results. And if you're still not satisfied with the results, what you can do is you can actually do a faceted search. So it allows you to actually add your own facets and narrow down your search if you're not satisfied with the quick or the instant search results that you get. So I just press enter.
Correct.
I go to the faceted search results. I have the results in front of me. I have the preview of the files. On the left, I have the facets. I can narrow it down by the people who created it. I can narrow it down if I want to see a 2-year-old document or a 6-month-old document. I can narrow it down by the size, when was it modified. So if you want to see the documents only in the last 6 months, my search is narrowed down already. If I want to see the documents created
Correct.
injection, well, this is my search results. And these facets
Correct.
actually be managed and modified. I have the search manager, which can actually only the admin has the access to, and this search manager will actually help you modify these facets. So you can add more options in here for the users to drill down their search to actually narrow down to the, so these are the facets we were talking about, right? So creator, modified, content size, file type. I can create a new filter. I can give it a name, and I can always check it by property. So I have a lot of options.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Even the
That's a
activity,
great feature.
even these are the activity options. All the activity
Yes,
related,
yes, yes, yeah.
down by the user count, period, and all that. All right?
Yes, yes. But yeah, that's a a great feature.
Yeah. And then, of course, there is a personal repository. Every user, if you want to give access to, there is a personal home that you can have. So you can see all your files, my files. There is a templating option. So you have data dictionary. You have node templates. Whatever you upload in here will actually become a template for your. So just now I uploaded this particular document as a template. I go to the site, go to the document library. I want to upload a document. Shows me from the templates. So I can always change it. Now I have this document ready as a template. I can just go and edit it. So you can standardize your document creation this way.
Okay. And also good to mention that the search engine also searches for the content and not just the file name.
Say it again.
Um, I just want to add that the search engine Lucene can also search for the content and not just the name of the file. It searches for the content of the file.
Correct.
If it's a
Correct.
Word document or
Yeah, that's called the full text indexing and such. I won't be able to show you
correct.
now because I don't have the search server separately set up, but you can search
Yes,
through the
yes,
file.
yes.
So if it's a legal document, mostly the legal
Correct.
have this kind of requirement. They want to search for a
Yes.
particular word within the file, not just indexes.
Okay.
Can be done very well.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's in Alfresco 3, I believe. I believe it's an old feature.
correct, correct. But the difference they have done is they have improved on the search a lot. Specifically when you say search as you type, right? Some of the technical things
Yeah.
I just want to show you is this is the admin tool section. So you have the facility to create users in line if you want, or creating even groups, right? So you can actually search all the users. You can create it, or you can synchronize it with your LDAP or with your Active Directory, right? Can create various groups, so it makes it easy for you to assign which users that you want to. You can have your replication jobs. So if you want to have a DR, you can set up your replications jobs here. You can manage your sites, manage your nodes, categories, and everything else. So that's the online administration that you can actually talk about. And this is the entire audit that the system is anyway capturing by default, which you can run your reports on.